I would like to request Ziaur Bhai to present his deliberation as a special guest and give your experience as a role model, how you actually achieve a significant change in the local market and international market as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Kabir Bhai. When Rashidul contacted me, I thought I would make a presentation for 30 minutes or so, but now I understand because of Juma and all, I have to be very precise, and probably I just give you the bigger picture. I can call it a rumble of thoughts. I'm a very optimistic person all the time, and I remain optimistic about all the initiatives Mr. Bari is taking with our Honorable State Minister of ICT. The 2021 target of 5 billion, I have mixed feeling about it, but I think if we all work together, maybe it's achievable. But currently, if we look into it, India, they made a target of 300 billion US dollar by 2020. China, 1.2 trillion. Philippines, as Farhana mentioned, it's 55 billion, based on mainly BPO. I think they have their focus. For us, I tried to do some Google research. Sorry that I was ignorant before what was our position. But what I figured out, our current revenue from the ICT altogether, if the data from the internet is correct, is like 1 billion, considering the domestic market and the foreign import altogether. And the export we are doing is only 200, I think not even 200, so $100 million. And the growth rate that's shared by basis is like 20%. So if we even can achieve 100% growth rate with this current arrangement, we can probably achieve something like 3 billion in 2021. But with this setup, I don't think that's quite practical. But should we not try for that? I say no, we should try. But then how? I think what Mr. Shorkar mentioned, something like that we have to think. I don't believe in just being a mediocre, like just developing something and doing outsourcing thing or making software for someone else. I used to do that when I started, and I can't be very proud of that, because the software we were developing, we were selling it for someone. He was making 500% profit and was selling it to the end user. Then we changed. I won't call myself NRB, though I spent like 9 months outside Bangladesh, mainly in Europe and US. I'm proud to be a Bangladeshi, and I always be like that. So why we are not being able to brand, create a big brand like what others are doing, like the Indians and some of the neighboring countries? I don't think it's a problem that Bangladesh doesn't have a nice city, Dhaka is not ranked in the right position. It's not that. Because the buyers, they can go to Nilket to get a good price. So I think what we have to do, maybe we have to think about which sectors we should focus in. And also, I think government should come up with trust. Though I will definitely claim that I'm a good manager, but today I can confess, because I can say I wouldn't be in this position today if I didn't get the support from the government during the military government regime. I started my company in 2000 out of the US, and at that time I was fortunate. I was in the right position at the right time, and we did a IPO, and we raised like $120 million at that time. To keep my story short, maybe I can say we can create some collaboration maybe with the developing nations like Uganda And we can share our projects instead of bringing in European companies and American companies and to share all of our revenues with them. Rather, we should partner with the developing countries, and we need to create reference cases. Like Tiger IT, we did references in identity management. We are in 8 countries, and we have successful projects. I think there are other Bangladesh companies, they also created those references. I'm sure there are companies in Africa who have this sort of references in their own segments, own sectors. So I propose we should identify those sectors. We should become inclusive. We invite other ICT companies from BASIS and from other countries to create a panel, create the segments, and then share the projects together. And I think Mr. Bari can help us, like bigger government projects should be shared with the local companies. And it shouldn't be the old companies like us. Maybe we should invite the fresh blood, the young generation. And I think that's where our future belongs. And to end up, I should point out that we actually have innovators, scientists we should be proud of. Like I think we all know that YouTube co-founder was a Bangladeshi person. And the Google Glass, the biggest startup, is also owned by a Bangladeshi. And I can also share that the fingerprint technology was first invented in Bangladesh by a Bangladeshi person called Mr. Azizul Haq. So we should be proud, we have innovators. So if we focus on the niche market, I think only then we can achieve not just 5 billion, we can target 10 billion. But if we just continue what we have been doing, I don't think we can cross 1 billion in 2021. Thank you.